What's up, guys? Boris here, and today I'm coming to you guys with a One Piece theory regarding the latest chapter. Now, I didn't want to do a theory on this; it's kind of like a mini theory. But a lot of you guys on Twitch have actually been requesting me, like, "Hey, when are you gonna make some more theories?" And then I was hitting up my friends on Twitter about this, and they said you should make a video about it. So, making a video about it. Very quick video, mini theory, guys. But it's about the X marks, the X bands that we've seen a couple people with. We've seen Doflamingo, Mihawk, and Blueno with those X bands on their arm. And this is something that's very intentional. Oda puts these kind of things in there, and they mean something. It's just a matter of time before we find out what they mean. And so I've been trying to figure out what those are about, and a lot of people have. I mean, that's been one of the big questions that a lot of the One Piece theorists have had. Because if you think about it, Dofi, Mihawk, they don't really make a lot of sense. They don't have a lot of similarities besides the fact that they are Shishibukai or warlords. But then you factor in Blueno, and what does Blueno have to do with that? What I will say is that all three of them are very important. Doflamingo, obviously a very important person in the underground, likes to have good connections with everyone. Mihawk likes to go solo, likes to make sure, to be on good terms with everyone. And Blueno is a CP9 member, former CP9 member, possibly CP0 member at this point. So who knows? But this guy, again, is someone very important, very strong. And so, what do these three have in common? And again, like I said, Doflamingo and Mihawk, I can see them being having something in common, but then Blueno makes no sense what he has to do with that. And why haven't we seen other characters with it, right? Why only those three? So it's really weird trying to, explain why they are similar, but then why is everyone else different from them? And so there hasn't been really any explanations yet. But after reading the new chapter this morning, the first thing I did was read it. And I saw something that could potentially be an explanation. That's why I didn't want to call this a theory, more of a mini theory. But one of the possibilities is regarding the new chapter. If you haven't read it, if you're waiting for the official release, spoiler warning. But if you look at the invitation card for Sanji, right? If you look at the invitation card, and let me pull it up real quick, you'll see that of course, like we knew last chapter, he's going to marry the 35th daughter of the Charlotte family. Now, some people are speculating this means that they're like, there's like 35th generation of Charlotte family. I think it's more like 35th daughter, like how Whitebeard had a ton of sons. Well, McBan probably has a ton of daughters. Not necessarily biological daughters, could be biological, but I think it's more, just like Whitebeard had sons. And so I think potentially this means that there could have been 34 daughters before Purin that were being married. Could potentially be less. Not all of them have to be married. And of course, we find out in this chapter really that it's more of a move, right? It's not necessarily for them to actually get married. It's just more of like a political move, try to get in terms with powerful people. As we see now, Sanji is officially recognized as a Vince Smoke, which is, we find out in this one, has a ton of power. I don't know who it could be. I have a couple guesses, and based on what my friends have told me. And we see that, so this is more of a political power move, try to get in good terms with some powerful people. Who are some powerful people? Doflamingo, head of the underground. Mihawk, probably the strongest warlord. And then you have the strongest swordsman in the world. And then you have Blueno, someone who was in CP9, very powerful organization. So I was thinking, what if the band represents the people who were at some point, gone through this ceremony and were married to one of Big Man's daughters. Although, again, I don't think it's actually being married to them. I think it's more of a ceremony to try to get in good terms with powerful people. She is a Yonko after all, Big Man. So to get to that power, to get to that status, you have to do something incredible, and you have to have a lot of power around you. So just like Kaido has like a whole army of Zoans. So I thought about it. Oh, that'd be really interesting, right? And then I look at the actual card. That is given to Sanji, and you see the little symbol. You see Groom, third son of the Vince Smoke family, Sanji. Then you see the little heart symbol, and then you see, normally it would be just the heart, right? But the heart symbol has those two little lines coming out of it at the bottom. And I said, okay, this actually is more evidence that this could possibly be a thing. Because then if you look at the X marks, it actually makes an X mark. It actually makes an X mark on the wedding invitation, which is very interesting. So I think, so I guess the theory would be that these guys, the common thing between them is that they were married to one of Big Mam's daughters. As you know, just me, I definitely see Doflamingo definitely wants to be on good terms with Big Mam and then pretty much everyone. So he probably did that for that reason. We see Mihawk, probably did it for just to leave him alone because you know how he is. He likes to go solo. He doesn't like to be bothered. And as we saw in this chapter, if you do not go to the invitation, if you do not go to the tea party, then you're pretty much, your head is on the stake. And they said that even demons will be willing to show up to the tea party. So I mean, Mihawk, that like, even a demon, like I said, and we all know about Mihawk. And got people have theories about stuff. So it's kind of crazy, man. That I would assume that all these guys know what's good for them. They would show up, and it could also be, the fact that maybe the daughter gets to pick. So she's like, oh, Blueno, I like that guy. I want to get married to that guy. But again, it's not actually being married. It's more like just being married through word of mouth. And I think it's very interesting. I think that this could be because I can't think of anything at the moment, or no one has really come up with any good explanations as to what that band could be, what the similarities are. Some people have said underworld, and that's been, I think, the most common theory is that it's, they're members of the underworld. But then who else? There's a ton of other people who are members of the underworld, underground, and they don't have it. So it's very interesting. But let me know what you guys think down below. I think this could potentially be true. I can't wait to see this, to see when they finally explain this. And I can't wait to figure out what they're going to say about Sanji's father, man, because I'm excited. Because he apparently is a very powerful man. It could potentially be Gorosei, like Rogers Base thinks. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this theory down below. Again, you guys requested a lot more theories, and I'll try to bring some more from time to time. And like I said, my friend sort of told me to make this video. So I said, screw it, man. Let's make a theory video for today. And with that said, guys, I think that's it. So thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, peace.